Howdy ho YouTube, Major Cord here, and today we're going to take a look at the Spyderco UKPK. I bought this knife as a vacation knife, specifically because I vacation with a bunch of yuppie Americans in the middle of the Canadian wilderness, and I thought that this would be a very non-threatening blade. So, you know, I mean, it's cute. Who could get scared by this? It's blue, and the blade looks like a duck's bill. I love it. But this blade was designed to be compliant with UK knife laws, which state that you can't have a blade longer than 3 inches and you can't have a locking blade. So Sal Glesser got together and collaborated with some guys off of the British Blade forums, and you got this baby. It's available not only in, well, it used to be available with G10 handles. I think they've stopped production on that version. So you're stuck only with the FRN handles currently. It's also available in a leaf-shaped blade. I went with this style. But this version is in, focus camera, come on. I know you can do it, thank you. Gin 1 steel. Right now it's being produced in BD1 steel, I believe. I happen to like Gin 1. It takes a very keen edge. This is the only blade that I have in that particular steel, and it's actually a steel that Spyderco used to use, but doesn't anymore. I don't know why. I like it. Anywho, yes, the blade length comes right in at under 3 inches. I think it's like 2 15/16 of an inch. So you're cutting it very close, but you're still legal. And it does not lock, so it's a slip joint knife. It's not a traditional slip joint, so there's no pressure to close the knife. It's not going to snap closed on your fingers. And there goes the dartboard. It's going to click about 25 times. So I'm just going to cut the camera until it's done, and we're going to be back in a minute. Okay, that stupid electronic dartboard. I don't know why it chimes. It chimes like 25 times at 5 to 1. So it thinks it's a clock, but it's not 25 o'clock. Anywho, yes, so it's not like a traditional slip joint in that there's spring tension pulling the knife closed. It just sort of stays open. I don't know how they achieve that, but I like it. There is a half stop, halfway, obviously, to prevent the knife from closing on your fingers so you have time to reposition your hand, and full open position. I found it's very easy to close and open with one hand even. Personally, to close it, I don't use my thumb to close it. I'll just use my forefinger here. But yeah, it's very simple to operate with just one hand. People apparently have, gotten into the habit of closing it with two hands just to be safe, and that's fine. To each his own. But this is a knife that I think people sometimes overlook if they don't have the specific need for it. Needing a shorter blade or needing a non-locking blade. And I think that's a shame. Because it's really a wonderful EDC knife. I've carried this, all throughout the summer sometimes just because it's light. This knife comes in at, I think, just under 2 ounces because it's just FRN, a small back spring in the blade. There's really nothing to it. It's really light. This wire pocket clip carries it really deeply and securely, and it doesn't chew up your pocket because it's resting on that Spyderco logo there. It's non-threatening, it's blue, I mean, it's cute. No one's going to be afraid of this. And it's grippy. This texture is very grippy. I actually like it better than the texture on the Spyderco Endura here. This bidirectional texturing. I like this, but I love this. This really locks in your hand. So overall, I think this is just a wonderful EDC knife. It's very ergonomic. It melts in your hand. And the way you have to hold it, to maintain safety is with your finger in the choil and your thumb on the thumb ramp. But that's just so it doesn't close. So there's no way this can close on your finger, just because your finger is already in the choil. So no matter how you look at it, this is a very safe and effective EDC knife. And I really think people should not overlook it as much as I feel that they do. I mean, I know it's popular within some crowds, but I honestly, if I had to choose a smaller EDC blade, 9 out of 10 times, I mean, from within my own collection, I'll choose this over most other blades that I have. just because it not only suits my personality, being a blue-handled knife, but it's just so damn convenient. You put it in your pocket and forget about it. I mean, it weighs next to nothing. In a small knife like this that's only really suited for smaller tasks, you don't need a lock. So it takes one step out of the equation. I don't have to disengage a lock. I can pull it out of my pocket, I can open it, I can cut what I need to cut, and I can close it. And I find that really convenient. So for me, this knife, you know, if I could give it an 11 out of 10, I would. Wait, when did I start using numbers to rate things? Oh well. This is really one of my favorite knives. And, you know, I really encourage everyone, all 75 of my viewers, to just strongly consider it if you're in the market for a small EDC knife. Just because it doesn't have a lock, who cares, you know? This knife retails for about $36, so it's on the affordable side of things. You know, it's right around there with a, I don't know, Spyderco Tenacious or Persistence. It's cheaper than a Spyderco Delica. So, it's in that range of affordable knives. And I really do think that it's a good, viable option, regardless of what your specific niche is. If you do really need a blade that's going to come in under a specific blade length, then definitely give it a look. But even if you're in an area like me where you can carry a blade length, you know, 4 or 5 inches, consider it. Thank you guys very much for watching. Tune in for more soon, and take care.